simple thing, Oscar, that OO alluded to, that you see, I was given a service award, an ex gratia, before my term ended. That is not true. I want to restate it here. The way Parliament works and the budget works, I became the LOP in June 2021. And around that time, they had a budget run 2021, 2022. We didn't have that service award. The next financial year, 2022-2023, we had that conversation in the commission and was debated extensively. And then the argument was, ordinarily, the term of the LOP is either 5 years or 2.5 years. That's when the money was put in the budget. And I want that to be understood. You don't wake up and say, now we are going to award. No, because you don't have a budget. So if you are going to pay somebody in December using the budget, you must have the money in the budget passed in June. That's how it works. So I don't know why it's so difficult for anybody to understand that. And I think that should be clearly understood. Yeah, so
he does. But he's doing his
No, he said
I thought I should make that very, very clear. And it should not really be a very big issue, because you must have a budget. If you're going to give somebody, and I left office in December, the money should have been in the budget or passed in June. So I don't think that's really rocket science. Of course, I don't want to respond to my brother, Derek. I know what he's been doing as an NUP activist. He's been starting controversy. He's here and there. I know him so well. And I had him overrating what he's been doing. He was doing nothing really superior to what others were doing. I want to say to him that what you're doing is ordinary. And what you're saying you are breaking, you broke nothing. A budget is a public document. So if you think there's something you are reproducing, it was passed in Parliament and it was all over. So there's nothing new. So when the time came, and if some commissioners, you see, I was not given an ex gratia as a commissioner. No, as an ex-LOP. So if commissioners went to the SAC and got money, that is their business. Invite them here. I'm speaking to myself, not for them. And a member of Parliament has a right to say, I expect this money. I can have an advance on it to do something I want to do. You can't take away that right. So I was not part of that. At least I know what I did, and it's in the public domain. Let me say this. This matter probably will not go away like you have stated. Like other matters have not gone away. But I'm saying, if a matter is a misrepresentation, if the matter is being used to resurrect the politically dead, it can remain and linger until the next election, when those who want to use it for political resurrection realize that it never was their turf. Which is why I am consistent. I don't need any PR to whitewash this. It was a matter in the public domain. Probably the question is, why would an ex-LOP be given an ex gratia? A leader of the opposition is a holder of a public office. And when you're in that office, you can only do that work. The same reason a former speaker, a former prime minister is given something to settle them, because they're public officers who do all and suffice all to serve the public. And you see, when you leave that office where you have been invested totally, you should reflect the image of that office because of the personal office. That's the essence. And you see, when in the commission, we discussed several issues, including the fact that why would you give a former LOP a one-off and a former speaker eternity, a former prime minister, vice president eternity? Yes, this is a constitutional office. And you see, this is a political space. You win and lose at some stage. If you think this is purely a matter where you're going to have your way, then you're mistaken. So I think at this level, Oscar, we are discussing pure politics. And I am happy to participate in that conversation. But if anybody, that's why people went to court. The people went to the anti-corruption court, and they withdrew their own case. And they came to radio, including here. People went to the leadership code tribunal.